You know, a lot of you out there are overswinging the golf club with your irons especially, and what you need to understand is that the reason we have so many clubs in our bag is so that they can go different distances. So what we want to do is have a more controlled swing so that we can hit the center of the face more often. The problem that happens when the club keeps going those few extra clicks is it gets our body out of position here. And then from here, we're kind of over on, well, not kind of, we're here on this side right here. And then our body naturally is going to want to center itself. So look what's happening. I mean, this is my transition. I'm actually going this way. We want to be going that way, but because of this position here, I'm now moving this way. And when you move this way and you're moving at a pretty good rate of speed, there's a lot of force pulling on this, which is going to get you to doing this. See how it casted? I mean, you'd have to be super strong to hold that. You can't. It's this move here, then the recenter and the toss and the dump and the scoop, and it's just a mess. So we don't want to be overswinging the golf club. We want to make sure we are in this position right here with all our irons. It's about 10:30, your hands on a clock, maybe 11. And then everything can go to the party at the same time. When this club gets here, and then you start to go towards the target, this guy right here, not coming to the party unless, which usually happens, your body stops and waits for it, and that costs you tremendous amount of power and timing. So getting yourself into this position where you're in a nice 3/4 swing here. Now when it's time to shift this way, we're all going in the proper order. So overswinging your irons is going to lead to a lot of consistency problems. And so let's take a look at a couple things that could be causing you to overswing so that we can fix that. Believe it or not, one of the big problems with the club overswinging is something as simple as when the club gets up here, the hand gets disconnected. See how the hand's disconnected and the club collapses on you. You got to make sure you keep the connection between the two hands, because if you get it up here and then the club comes like that, that club's going to go long. You got to keep some pressure on that thumb right there, that lead thumb with the lifeline of your trail hand, so that those wrists don't break down up there. That's number one. The second thing is a lot of people do not get their wrist set in the proper position right here. Now, if you take the club back here and it's like this, it starts to go like this up in here. Now, as it gets to the top, boom, it's too long. So in that case, you want to make sure that your wrists are set when this club is right here. When the left arm's parallel to the ground, you form the letter L, and see, it won't go too long there. So that's, you know, the second way you can think of it is that you're just not getting the wrist set so that everything can reach the top at the same time. The club and the wrist are late. So that's number two. And then another one you can look into is that you're just overturning your hips too much. So when I have somebody that overturns their hips and they're back over here, I'd ask them, I'd say, how are you trying to shorten your swing? And a lot of times they say, well, no, I'm just trying to stop my hands up there. Good luck. I mean, there's a reason that club's going too long. So what I would do to them is say, go ahead and take your swing. They get the club up here, in this position up here, and their hips have overturned. So then what will happen is I'll walk in, take their right hip and move it back into the right position there. Look where it's moving their hands. It's putting their hands back to where we want them to be. So the reason they were overswinging was because their hips were overturning. So remember, there's always something causing that overswing. So you just have to do a little bit of investigation, figure out what it is, and then work on that particular area. So take a look at those things in your swing. Make sure that that's not the cause of your overswing, and really focus on getting the club in a better position there so that your club and your body are all in sync. You got this. You can do this.